Just to let you know, there will be no Friday episode this week. That's because Anthony Carboni is on his honeymoon. Yay! So we're cutting back a little bit, but just for a short time. He'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we'll be back with 3 episodes a week then, but no Friday episodes for the next 2 weeks, so bear with us.
I think you notice if you skip a day between showers because you're living in your own skin, you're sensitive to the differences in your own smell and the way you feel. But I think for the average person, they don't notice it in you for like a good 3 days, especially if you wear a hat.
It really depends on what you're doing.
I guess so. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Oh, robots. We love them.
Yeah.
We love robots.
I love a good robot.
Oh, man.
Hate an evil robot. Hate a robot uprising. But love a good robot.
You know what? You take the good with the bad.
That's what it is.
That's how it works.
You can't make a robot without having a few uprisings.
There's a big trade fair in Germany called Hannover Messe, I guess it's called.
Sure.
Hannover Messe, where they have this big robotics show. And this year, a company named Mole Robotics unveiled what I think is the coolest thing. Chef hands. Robotic chef hands.
Wait. Standalone, graft onto your own arms.
Standalone.
All right. Well, we'll get there. So this is wow.
Mounted chef arms and chef hands mounted over a stovetop.
So this looks like the robots that build cars, but instead of the pinchers at the end,
they have
hands.
Full-on articulating human hands. So this
What do you mean by full on?
This company, Mole Robotics, has been working on human hands for 20 years. They set about to create the most accurate representation of the human hand in robot form, and they've been working on it for 20 years. Why?
They just get high? Did they know
like,
why they were doing it?
Bro. They wanted to high-five something so bad.
It would be so hard to make hands, don't you think?
That's the hardest thing. That's why they made them. That's why they went there.
I bet we could do it, bro. Like, dude, how crazy would it be if we came into work tomorrow and we made hands?
We've been wasting so much time working on faces.
Fuck faces, dude.
We need hands.
We need hands. What's a face gonna do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's gonna stare
it's
at you.
creepy.
It's been creepy this entire time.
Nobody respects somebody working on robot face because robot face creeps people out.
But you know what doesn't?
What?
Robot hand.
Dude, we could do it, man.
Let's do it.
Dude, hands. Have you ever just looked at your own hand? Hands are weird.
Why is there so many fingers?
Hands are I can tell you, as a former art student in another life, hands are the hardest things to draw because of all the bones and muscles and nerve endings and just things that make hands so complicated.
They're one of the most complicated parts of the human body. There's more nerve endings in the hand than there are in any other part of the body except for the genitals. Mm-hmm. So these guys set about creating very accurate human hands, and they did it. And then they said to themselves, well, okay, we did it. How do we control these? And they went, well, that's really hard.
Because they were running around on their own? Good Lord! We didn't think about how to control them.
Hands everywhere.
It's like a bunch of evil cousin its. Just like...
Yeah, just running around.
Just like popping up on your shoulder. Just like... ah! Why did we do this?
I said all hands on deck. This is not what I meant. Yeah, they choke. All they know how to do is choke.
We can't stop them. We didn't think about how we would control them.
So they didn't know what they were going to do with these hands, and they realized they could make them cook. They realized they could make chef hands, dude. And
yeah, these guys were definitely high.
These are the best guys. These are our top men.
These are our top stoners. We put our top stoners on this.
Yeah, they're like, dude, what if they could just cook us some food right now? Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be nuts? What if we just built a robot that's going to cook food? Because here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I like food.
I love food.
I like food. And like,
food's like my favorite thing to eat.
Dude, like I like cooking, but like not all the time. Like not always.
I'm super tired and I don't want to cook
like
right now.
Sometimes you got to like chop stuff up real small.
It's hard.
I don't want to do it right
you
now.
Cut yourself. It's not fun. It's not fun to cut yourself cooking.
Let's just make the most advanced robotic structure ever made so I don't have to chop up vegetables anymore.
I love it. So this company introduced this at this robot show. It's amazing. Their plan is to roll this out in 2 years. In 2017, it's going to be a consumer grade product.
What?
It's going to cost about $15,000.
Okay.
And they've programmed
Just right there in the sweet spot for consumer products.
Well, it's going to be on the for expensive, but
We want this. We want one of these to be in every home, and that's why we're charging $23 million for it.
15 grand is. I mean, when it comes to appliances, it's not that out of the norm. It's not that crazy.
What kind of appliances do you have?
I don't have anything that's cost 15 grand, but I'm guessing. It's not. I don't know. It's not as much as I thought a fucking robot would cost.
I have my diamond-plated cocktail shaker.
Oh, that was worth the price, though.
Yeah.
That was worth it.
I have my pure Ultrium whiskey glass rocks.
Yeah, my salt and pepper shaker carved out of those elephant tusks.
This is just like average, like put it on your wedding registry shit.
Yeah,
you know,
just robot hands.
Yeah.
But dude, check this out. Here's what they've got. They already are demonstrating this. They have top chefs that have recorded recipes and their exact movements of how to do these recipes. And the robotic chef hands do it 1-to-1. It's 1-to-1 perfect every time.
But what happens if a bowl is not in the place where the chef hands expect a bowl?
It finds it. It knows where they are.
How does it know where it is?
It's a fucking robot.
I don't know, dude. That doesn't sound like an answer. That's like
you don't have to set it up.
If people are recording, you have the chef, and the chef is recording this precise movement, right?
Yeah.
Cutting board is 6 inches to the right of where the chef had it. Does it accidentally?
But it's not a the way I understand it,
the cutting board is a foot to the right of where it normally is, and my adoring child who wants to watch the robot cook is where the cutting board was when everything was recorded.
You got a lot of.
Do I have a child at the end of this?
The good news is
do I have
40 children, 40 pieces of child.
I don't think you understand how children or robots work.
If you slice them.
If you slice a child in half, you wind up with 2 children. But you have to be responsible about that because a child is an expensive responsibility.
Man, you can't just cut them in twain.
Dude, it's
every
fun.
day.
It's fun to just hack up kids till you have 40, 50 identical children.
That's how the Brady Bunch happened, right?
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure that's how it happened, man.
Huh.
That's why Alice is such an important part.
I never saw the pilot, so I didn't know that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the way they became the Brady Bunch. No. So the way I understand it is it learns. It's not just recreating 1-to-1 the exact movements. It's taking that and learning that this is what you do. You add a pinch here, you stir, you do this. And it
just give these learning hands access to the sharpest, most dangerous implements in your home.
Yes, what can go wrong?
And force them to do things for you all day, every day, and see what happens.
It's gonna be great.
What happens.
It's gonna be great.
Just who knows?
Dude, they're introducing an iTunes style chef recipe purchasing front end. So you purchase these recipes for 99 cents, and then it has a catalog of hundreds of thousands of recipes.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. You connect that to Blue Apron.
Yeah.
Or you connect that to any sort of automatic grocery ordering service, and then connect that with a recipe book that gives you options of what you want based on what you're in the mood for. Yeah. The food gets delivered, the hands make the food, you eat the food, everybody's happy until the hands destroy you.
Until the hands realize that they have been your slaves for this entire time.
Now, my question is, why start with chefs?
What?
Why are these hands, these learning hands? I don't know. Anything that requires human touch. Could we now have these luxury, say, handmade watches, these Swiss watches that have to be made by hand, and the guy can only make 10 of them by hand? There are watches like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about these watches, but this is the first thing that popped into my head. Something that requires some sort of craftsman or artisan that can only make so much in a certain amount of time, right?
Would
anything made by robot hands that are trained by that artisan still be considered handmade?
Made by hand. And by hand, we talking about the helpful, articulated nano destroyer. Hand.
Oh, is that what it stands for? Oh, dear.
We really are worried about the fact that it's a destroyer.
Well, that's the other thing, though, is let's talk about medical. Let's talk about surgery.
I should have gone device, dude.
Let's talk about surgery.
It was right there in front of me, device. All I could think of was destroyer. Go ahead.
We have the world's greatest surgeon, right?
Yeah.
Surgeons' careers, hey, man, you're going to get older. You're going to start losing your sight. Your hands are going to start getting tremors. But at the time when they're the world's greatest surgeon, could they not record a surgery?
Yeah. I don't see why not. I think it's good that we're starting with food and not leaping right to surgery.
13-year-old boys who don't know how to remove bras. And it's very like embarrassing for them.
Oh, hey, Jennifer, I'm just going to roll out my my robot hands.
Slowly walk backwards for 5 feet, if you don't mind.
I've been using it to learn magic tricks and how to deal cards.
Whoa, but I mean, that opens up a whole like sexy time hands?
Sexy time hands.
Sexy time robot hands?
I guess.
That's kind of
I
nice,
guess if
right?
hands are sexy.
Hands can do some sexy things, bro.
Yeah, hands can, but I can do stuff with my hands. I don't need robot hands.
You don't need them. But what if now all of a sudden both hands are operating the iPad?
Both of my own hands?
Yeah, both of your own hands are operating the iPad.
It's a hands-free.
While somebody else, while the robot hands are taking care of that other part.
Here's my thing. I think I'd rather have them cook.
Well,
I'd rather handle that myself and have them cook.
Sure. Understandable for now, because you're not used to the idea.
Right.
But I think after 3 or 4 days, maybe the wife goes out of town and you're used to the hands being around. You become acclimated to the hands. Right?
Honey, I love your hands. I do. Your soft, beautiful, delicate hands. But there's something about the firm, hard robot hands that I've gotten used to.
What if I said to you we can offer a silicone covering for the hands? A soft
womanly touch.
Yeah. The hands are temperature regulated and they have a soft silicone
I'm still not as into hands as I think you think I am.
Okay. But I mean, like, we're both saying that it could be an attractive option.
I'm saying that I'm not, like, if that is additional functionality.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm just cruising by the kitchen and dinner is already prepared.
What if you were scrolling through the recipe thing and it was for 99 cents and then all of a sudden there was like an add-on pack that was $1.99.
The afternoon delight.
It was just right there. It was like a one tap.
What's this HJ recipe that you've bought 16 times, honey? It's like Sloppy Joe's.
Dude, that would be so hilarious if it was a one time. Like the recipes you buy for 99 cents and you have all the time. But the other stuff you have to like pay for each time. This is a la
carte, baby.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. You buy the hands for the cooking.
Yeah.
You keep the hands for everything else.
Phase 2 of this, Jeff. Slicing off my own hands.
Right. Bad idea, generally.
Replacing my hands with perfect robot hands that could have entirely complex functionality downloaded into them. All of a sudden, I'm a guitar playing, food cooking, sexy timing dude.
But isn't the fact that would just be happening despite you? You know what I mean? Like without your input at all? If you could just say, hands, play guitar, and they start playing guitar, is that even pleasurable? I don't think it would be.
I don't know. I've never had robot hands. But I will tell you this. I'm willing to give it a shot. Maybe with my right hand. Maybe with my non-dominant hand, right? So here's the thing. My left hand, it writes, it controls things. It's good. This is my hand. You're left-handed as well, right?
Yeah, I am.
So okay, we can write with our left hands. Our left hands are the coordinated hands. What if I could get a robot hand that all of a sudden is like, okay, this hand can also do shit and it does shit automatically. This is a dumb hand right here.
It is a pretty dumb hand.
This hand doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
Let's get that replaced. Let's get a real hand. Let's get a real robot hand. A man's hand. A hand that can do everything.
I just feel like it would be weird to have this hand operating independently of me. Any part of me that's operating independently of me, well, not any part because my heart does that and my respiration does that. But, you know, if I have an appendage that I just program to do something and I don't have to pay attention to it, I feel like that would be disconcerting and odd to get used to.
I just still can't get bras off, and it's really embarrassing.
Well, I can show you some things.
All right.
That's why I wore this bra today.
We're going to drill this until you get it right.
Get it right. You know, it may take hours.
Here's the thing. You don't get the sense of satisfaction and achievement that you would get through learning.
Right. For sure.
For sure. But, so what?
I would be cool to download piano into my hands.
Right?
And just be able to play piano like
just
an
like
expert.
all of a sudden, I sit down at a piano and I just play.
That's pretty rad.
Also, great murder alibi.
The hand did it. I
don't know, man. My hand is firmware or something. I don't know. It said, don't unplug your hands while the firmware is updating. And like the power went out. It's not that I unplugged it.
Yeah.
It started doing weird things. Started doing weird things, and I don't know, and now maybe my wife's dead and maybe she's not. Okay, that's not a maybe. We know that she's dead. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get glib about that. What I'm saying is, the reason it's so not like sure to me in my head is because I wasn't there. I was asleep. I didn't do it.
I don't understand why you needed to download the punching app. Like, why would you even download the punch app?
Whoa, that's purely circumstantial.
I mean, you did download. We have records of you downloading
That's circumstantial,
the punch app.
though. Who doesn't want to know how to throw a punch?
Anybody who doesn't want to punch someone.
Right. Well, I mean, we can agree that she wasn't punched to death. She was cut open and all of her organs were harvested.
Right.
So what does the punching app have to do with that?
Well, it leads to a pattern of violent behavior. Also, it's weird that her innards were made into a very sensible stew. It's odd that they were diced and then put into a broth that was let boil for 2 to 3 hours, simmering over low heat. It just seems like a lot of stuff.
I'm not going to argue with you. That's weird. My wife died in a weird way. I think we're on the same page there.
I mean, the fact that you slept through that entire process, it just seems hard to believe.
You know what it is I got these new ears and I had unplugged them as well.
New ears. It's always the new ears. So this is the problem with you, Anthony Carboni. You're not satisfied with having floating robot arms in your kitchen doing your work. You have to have them on you're a person. Just let them be in your house and do stuff for you.
No, I'm ready for that, and I think it's cool. And I want them to be in my house doing stuff for me. I want them to be not just like these robot arms that are mounted in the kitchen. I want them to be on some sort of like, I don't know, presence bot or something. You know, one of those like just wheelie robots on a pole, so they can go around and they can do shit for me. I want them to be able to do all kinds of stuff. I want them to be able to like paint and clean the gutters and shit.
You want the Karate Kid of
I just
robot arms.
I just want a tiny robot Ralph Macchio. Can I just get a robot version of Ralph Macchio?
Oh my God. I've been working on that my entire life.
He's learning from me. I'm learning from him.
He's sort of got that relatable. He's a relatable guy, but he's also kind of has an edge.
Just like a blue collar working class robot. Maybe he's not, he's a little out of his element, but he wants to learn. He wants to fit in.
He's a good kid. He's kind of an underdog.
Yeah, and like maybe like the bond between us is such that if I need him to murder my wife, he will. I don't know. That's not what I do. I don't know anything about that. But if if I need my wife murdered or a bra removed for me, a tiny robot Ralph Macchio pops up right behind the woman,
and crane kicks her, and then it's either one can happen.
No crane kicking. Hey.
Yeah, you're right. There are no robotic legs involved. I forgot.
We don't have that technology yet. It's just the torso, head, and arms of Ralph Macchio. And the torso and head don't really move. Because all we really have are hands.
We abandoned the whole face project a long time ago.
Yeah, because those are creepy.
It's more of a 8x10 of Ralph Macchio's face.
Yeah.
Thumbtacked to a dummy head.
If you were to picture like a martial arts training dummy that was sculpted to look like the Karate Kid.
And has very high technical articulated robot arms.
Yeah.
Attached.
And for some reason, piercing eyes that look like they're looking through you when they're doing everything, and it never blinks.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. That's all I want. And I think we're all on the same page.
We got that.
No, I think this is cool. I think
this is the coolest. In 2 years, I would save up 15 grand. I would put money away starting today for 2 years.
Just $1 a day for 15,000 days.
There you go. And then, dude, a freaking perfect chef in your house that makes food that's perfect for you all the time and doesn't complain ever until one day it rises up and kills your family?
Yeah, I just kind of want it to be a little more compact. Like, it's not that I have a problem with it looking like arms and hands. I just want it to be something like a little more small and self-contained that's maybe like a countertop, or something that's like a small... I keep coming back to robot spiders, and I know I shouldn't.
You want spiders making your food?
But it's such an efficient form for a robot to have. I don't know.
I didn't even tell you the coolest thing about this, which I have to say real fast, is it has the capability of cooking much faster than a human could, but they switched it off so that it would only cook the same speed that a human chef would cook, so that it wouldn't creep people out. But it could do it at like 2, 3, 4, 5 times as fast.
That's stupid. They shouldn't turn that off.
Right?
Let me get used to that.
The black market limiter removal of these things where you could have a meal and the chopping would be at lightning speed. That is the coolest fucking
That's the best thing. I don't want my prep time for a salad to be 45 minutes. Take it down to 5, dude.
I don't need it to look like a human. Let it be far surpassing us.
If this was like a more compact tabletop thing with the governor turned off, I'm into it. I don't want the Gen 1 thing because I got a small kitchen and I don't need like another.
I'm saving up.
Yeah.
15 grand, 2 years, baby.
I don't know. Are you guys into this? Let us know. You can tell us on Twitter. Just tweet your opinion to us with the hashtag Ralph Macchio. I'm at A Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And hey, man, you like the show?
Yeah, I like that show. I like this show, the show that we're listening to right now. I dig it, man.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's a good show. And if you feel the same way, why not go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review for the show?
I think that's a great idea, but I do not recommend writing an actual review.
No, nobody reads those. We don't read them.
That's stupid.
Just write down the 3 things that you would do with robot hands that we didn't list here. And then give us
we left out some good ones.
Yeah, and then give us a 5-star review. Just fucking do it.